Welcome to the stream. Uh, yeah, I'm Talien playing more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Um, let's go right into it. Things are very exciting right now because we have a new alien friend that I can't wait to hang out with again. Hello, Otis. Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, so the question now is, what do we do? I was actually thinking we might try to hurry things along with our next exploration, just in case Sim gives us more side quests. You never know what this will unlock. So currently I'm thinking we might just go ahead and rest today. And then next month we can go exploring. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we can even go exploring again this year. So much exploring. Well, we don't only want to go exploring. There's definitely other stats we potentially want to raise. So many decisions. Also, I don't remember if we talked to people this month around. Right. Whose birthday is it again? I want to say it's Nomi's birthday, and I think we did try to get them something. Yeah, we did. It's interesting. I'm sure going hard into other routes would help us understand different perspectives of the world. For sure. That's definitely something that I've been thinking about. All those history class we skipped. I know, right? Like, it is totally... I have to imagine it's totally possible to go through this entire game and not get that interaction with Sim. Like, I imagine at some point you find out that, like, aliens are real, because it's going to become a problem at some point, probably. But, like, that's so interesting to think about. Like, you could go through the whole game and not explore the fungus hole. It feels like max exploration is the best way to figure out, like, what's going on right now. Exactly. I feel like the exploration parts have really been the most interesting stuff. Like, that's where we learn about, you know, this ancient civilization that used to be here, and the fungus hole, and all of this, like, strange architecture, and all of these, you know, strange plants and animals and whatnot that we can discover out in the wilderness. Yeah, that's definitely been my favorite part of the game. Just getting to experience this world is really fun. But yeah, at some point in later playthroughs, I do hope to spend more time just, like, studying and learning about, you know, what information the colony has to offer. You trade knowledge of the fact that we're weird space hippies and technically Earth criminals. You receive alien follicule. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, really interesting stuff. I'm really curious to see how much, you know, how much the plot potentially, like, converges towards the end of the game, or if you can really just, like, split off into just completely different storylines where you, like, don't deal with the aliens at all. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, maybe I shouldn't be calling them aliens, because, like Sim said earlier, we technically are the aliens. Punky Pomitorino. Okay, thanks, Dad. Yeah, cool. What was that? Why did that card blink there for a second? Huh. I think this is a new one. This is about 2 clicks removed from flat out ignoring you. Go bother Rex if you like him so much, he snaps. Just don't believe anything he says about me. You don't know the whole story, and he'll lie to anyone to make himself look good. Yikes. Yeah, I was just talking to your boy, and he was being rude. What are you afraid of Rex telling us? Yeah, it's a good question. And I honestly wonder if there is some truth to it, that, like, Rex would, you know, lie about something about Vase for his own purposes. Like, I don't necessarily trust Vase saying that either, but I do think it would be more interesting if Rex also was hiding things and not being entirely truthful with us. Not that I necessarily think that would be the case, but it would be more interesting for his character, I think. Okay. What do we do? So apart from the exploring stuff, what things did I want to do? I don't even remember. I definitely wanted to, like, work on her persuasion a bit. What else did I want to do? I feel like there was other stuff I wanted to do. I totally forget. Given this is a game with multiple possible routes, I'm sure there's a storyline which allows Vase to be not so bad. Yeah, for sure. I think this is the kind of game where, like, nobody is... Well, maybe not nobody, but the main characters, at least, aren't purely one-dimensional. And, like, everybody has redeeming qualities. The engineering thing from the robot lab. Right, yes, yes, yes. That is the other thing. I wanted to... But we're really close to it. So, one more... What's it? One more exploration should hopefully get us enough for the robot lab. So we can double up on that. We can use the exploration for that. So I think I am probably just gonna rest this month. Oh, right. I also need to check. I think we did give something to Nomi. Yes, we did. Okay, just wanted to double check. I swear to God, when I, like, start a new episode, I just completely forget what we were doing the last time. I'm just like, what were my plans again? What have I done? What have I not done? What does kitchens get us again? Creativity and empathy. Those are also definitely things that we can work on. Pretty close to a perk on creativity, sorta, kinda. We can hang out with Rex, I guess. What were our options for resting again? We had the, like, the park, which also gave us animal points, but we don't really need that at all. We have the lookout point, which also gives us points with Dis, which could be fun if we're trying to romance him, potentially. Although, like, I think we're making good time on his friendship score. That's probably fine. Alright, whatever. Let's just go for it. Everywhere is hot this time of year, but at least indoors there's shade and some modicum of climate control. It's not a lot, but it helps. Park Lookout Lounge are the ones I think, yeah. When you get bored of Watato juice, you amuse yourself by coming up with juice cocktails with fancy names and even fancier presentation. The younger kids really appreciate the half-frozen slushy version. Alright, what do we got? I do want to get zeros, but this is a gem wildcard. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'd say with this thing's properties, it's not an amazing card, but it's like, it's worth as much as a 3, I would say. So I think I'm gonna keep it. Which is really disappointing, because we really need to start getting rid of more cards. That's so weird. Why does Command not have a spot for kids to rest and goof around? Such a mystery. Yep. Okay. I believe late dust is Cal's birthday? Yes. We need to get more stuff. There's so much stuff we need to learn about everyone. Do we want to try to fill out people's dislikes? That could be interesting. Man. You know what? Let's go around and give people some presents. Just see what happens. We still don't know Dis's name. Yeah, for sure. That'll be really interesting when we finally get that. So I think maybe let's hold off on giving presents to people whose birthdays are, like, coming up. Dis and Tangent we maybe could. Dislikes nothing. Oh boy. We can give something to Vase. Incredible. Okay, his birthday is relatively soon though, so maybe not. It's once per season, so it'll... Oh, okay. So we can just give gifts to everyone. Okay, whatever. Let's just go for it then. Give out some gifts. Right. We've already given them a gift, and we've already given, Nemi. Her birthday was earlier this season. So I think we know what Tangent likes, we just don't know what she dislikes. I think she would probably dislike egg. Just have a feeling. She'd also maybe dislike flour. I thought long and hard about what to give you. Here you go. Mush log. Yep. Let's go for flour just because we have so many of them. I don't necessarily want to be giving away some of my rarer ones. Honestly, we could just go giving flowers to everyone, probably. Oh! I suppose this might be of scientific interest, Tang says, analyzing the flower. She pulls a petal off and looks at it. Yes, I'll have to take a look at this under a microscope. Huh. Okay, cool. You're more beautiful than any flower. I feel like she would hate this. Okay. Cool, cool. Alright, we can't give anything to you. What do you want? Do you want a flower? Vase cups the exotic flower in his hand and slowly closes his fist, crushing it to a pulp. He then wipes on his pants. That's like so cartoonish. He's such an asshole. He might have thought that was pretty, Solana, but everything on this planet is potentially a deadly trap. Don't let your guard down. Fucking asshole. What is wrong with you? I got you a present. Actually, do we know what he likes? Does he like logs? I bet he likes logs. He loves logs. I think he would like flowers too. What would he not like? Maybe he wouldn't like egg. Unclear. He would probably like the strange device. Maybe he wouldn't like medicinal roots. I think it's between egg and medicinal roots, probably. No. Rex shakes his head with a smile and gently puts the gift back in your hands. I have everything I need, for real. This place is great. 3 squares and all the hugs I could ever need. But I'll tell you what, he says, leaning in. My birthday's in the first month of pollen, and I'd love a cake if you know how to make one. Huh. Well, huh. I'm pretty sure we can buy cake in the store. I wonder if we can make him a cake. We did know when his birthday is already. Yeah. Hmm. We'll try like going to the kitchen and seeing if we can make him a cake. Well, we know she doesn't like mushwood logs. I think having at least one like and dislike is probably good enough. What about Cal? We don't know what he dislikes. What would he dislike? I'm not sure. Pro tip, Rex, maybe don't tell the kid whose mom starved to death in the famine. You love how well fed everybody is in the colony. I know that doesn't happen in every timeline, but read the room. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I don't really see him disliking any of these things. I don't know. Strange devices, maybe? I don't know if I want to be giving these away quite yet, though. I guess let's try a crystal cluster. Just because we have a bunch of them. Meow? Okay, well, he liked it. Cal accepts your gift with a genuine smile. Thanks for thinking of me on my birthday, Solana. Oh, that's right. It was your birthday. I know, I was going to give you a gift anyway, but I probably should have gotten you something nicer. Oops. My bad. And I don't think we know what dislikes either. Some medicinal roots. Maybe he wouldn't like mushwood logs? I don't know. Okay, well, sure. Right. Let's go exploring. We have one event, 2 collectibles, and a new boss event spawned. Okay. Should we talk to him first, or should we check out the other stuff? I kind of want to check out everything else first. So this is the one event, I guess. Investigate a weird squeaking noise, eventually following it to its source. An undulating swarm of sleek creatures are gathered on the cliff above you. You watch as they throw their tiny bodies off of the edge, plummeting past you and out of sight. They scream and screech in excitement. Okay, weird. Talk to him. I think the boss event might do something to us. Okay, that's fair. Alright, get close to investigate. You pick your way down the slope. I love our stress bonus. It's so great. Oh, look at this cute little guy. Finding a second herd of miraculously unharmed weasels at the bottom. As you watch them, one lands on your head and, squeaking indignantly, goes to join the rest of its kin. Ouch. Raining bounce measles, they're so cute. Reference? If it is a reference, it is not one that I understand. Also, look how muscular the back leg is. This weasel's kind of jacked. You hear the flapping of wings and look up. A whole colony of pink and orange dorbs moth clings to the rock overhead, nearly camouflaged. As the squealing of the weasels above reaches a fever pitch, the dorbs moth restlessly take off from the cliff and flutter around. You watch as one of the little creatures pitches off the edge of the cliff and lands square on a dorbs moth's back, sending them both plummeting to the bottom. As the large moth crashes fatally into the ground, the weasel curls its body and bounces harmlessly away, then scurries back to feed on its prey. Huh. Interesting. Ooh, bounce weasels. You record the screeching on your hollow palm. What a noise! Alright, well, they are cute. Alright, what have you got for us? Did you bring what I asked? Yes, I do. I knew it! Glim exclaims. I dreamed about it last night in my vat. I was exactly gonna say in your what now? Are you familiar with the animal lemmings, and in particular the idea that lemmings will run off a cliff? Yes. I am familiar with that. Kitty, can you please move? You are slightly obstructing me. She is not moving. Kitty, what are you doing? So cute. Please. Okay, well. She's here now, I guess. Sim waves his hands dismissively. Never mind. Let me have the data drive. I mean, I definitely want to get answers out of him, but first of all, I don't actually know what to ask. And second of all, I don't think he's going to answer. The film it from a distance thing might be a reference to the nature documentary which staged such an event and thereby solidified it in the minds of the public. Huh. I was not familiar with that. That's interesting. Sim sighs and crosses his arms, but from his smile you can tell he's amused by your little game. Okay, I'll answer exactly one question, he allows. What is it? I mean, do other people know about you? Obviously, Dis does, but I imagine nobody else? Maybe, I don't know, maybe someone else, but probably not. Lemmings do not actually do the thing, I see. Do the gardeners want to hurt us? I mean, the thing is, he's going to say no. Whether he's truthful or not. I don't think this is going to be valuable to us. What's with those thumping ruins is an interesting one. I would want to know about that. How do you know my language is also an interesting one. This is also one that he could potentially brush off, like, yeah, I've just been watching you guys and just learned your language, but I personally want to know if Sim helped with the attacks, yeah. But the way he says no could be illuminating. That's true. These are potentially interesting. What do we want to ask? He's already going against the gardeners by interacting with you. He might be willing to go against them further in the answers, or he might remain cryptic. That is a decent point, but I really don't expect him to give us any real answers right now. We're mostly just kind of doing this for fun, or, like, as Luke says, to see how exactly he tries to spin things. Um, hmm. Like, this is probably the most important high stakes question, but on the other hand, I feel like he's more likely to give us information on lower stakes questions. Hmm. I don't know. We only get one question. How rude. I am a little bit curious about this because, one thing that we kind of brought up last time was if, he was like basically created in the image of the humans to interact with them. And I was also thinking that like the fact that his name fits with our space Puritan naming schemes is also part of that. That either he was given this name or he chose this name for himself specifically in order to interact with us. I think let's go with this one. I'm a quick study, Sim replies with a mischievous smile. Your friend Dis brings me vids as well, and I learn from them. He doesn't ask for anything in return at all, Sim adds pointedly and holds out his hand. Wow. Well, that's interesting because it kind of implies that when he first met Dis, he didn't speak our language, or at least as well. Hmm. I do wonder how long they've been interacting. But yeah, they've clearly got stuff going on. You hand over the data drive, and Sim takes it reverently, staring as if he could see what's inside. He might. Marvelous, he says. Like a genetic payload, except with digital data instead of organic. What will I learn from this trove, I wonder? You're still puzzling over the implications of the phrase genetic payload as he continues. The other gardeners are so tedious and obsessed with their work, he complains. They're more concerned with maintaining equilibrium than experiencing new things. They don't understand that novelty is what makes life interesting. Memes the DNA of his soul. Yep. Hmm. He slips the data drive into his sleeve. Thank you, Solana. I will treasure this. Okay. Sim is lying in the grass, looking as if he's asleep, but for the way his head turns to you as you approach. I dreamed you'd come today, Solana, he says, not opening his eyes. Huh, so it seems like he can foresee things in his dreams, which is definitely reminiscent of our premonitions. Man, like, whatever is going on with Solana's future vision stuff is definitely tied into whatever Sim and the gardeners have got going on. But I don't know how it connects yet. It's definitely intriguing, though. Okay, so there was nothing else here, right? Nothing else here. We had 2 collectibles and a boss event. Oh boy. This area is so big. Just keep going. Oh, right. This thing. So that's the boss event. Well, I guess we'll just go for it. I don't think it'll, like, end our run. You and Dis are exploring the ruined wormhole observatory again. It feels so familiar. You've dreamed about this place many times, and it's like you're just remembering it all now. This time the dream memories grip you. You wander as if sleepwalking down familiar paths. You look up and see the wormhole faint in the sky above. Time is right to observe it. Disk tries to keep up. "Where are you going?" he asks angrily. You don't answer. You're trying to concentrate on finding the place. You approach the large pyramid in the center of the complex. Beside it is one of the smaller elevators, a little monolith with a round iris door. This is the place. Your head throbs with it. Even standing outside, you know there's something down there. Hell yeah, we're finding a way in. You look for one of those elevator monoliths near the pyramid, and find it, but it's overgrown with snaking vines and brambles, with very large flowers all over it. You could push through them, but this stops you, and shows you a Geiger counter reading on his hollow palm. These flowers seem to be radioactive. Your suit won't protect you for long. Oh, we're getting radiation poisoning again? You soon realize your mistake as the radiation illness sets in. Rushing by those flowers gave you a big dose. You'll be sick for days and need radiation treatment when you return. But for now, you continue, drawn irresistibly forward by something that sings in your head. We don't get a choice, nope. We love radiation sickness, yep. You enter the elevator, thankfully still working, and descend beneath the ground. It opens to a kind of antechamber room with an exit at the other end, leading to the heart of the pyramid. There are glyphs carved into the crystal panels on the walls, symbols that resemble the wormhole. You start across the room. The further you go, the more your head swims. You have to pause. Think you might faint. And it isn't just the radiation. There's something down here. Some great energy, and it's making your head hurt. You shake your head, trying to clear it. Wait, maybe this is a bad idea. We have got to keep going. Fog slowly clears from your eyes. Your head still hurts, but you can think again. This looks concerned, even going so far as to reach out to steady you. Are you okay? Aw, he's like taking care of me. He's a good boy. Well, trying to explain it. It's hard to put into words. You just say, my head hurts. Obviously, he says. But no, it's more than that. You're seeing things. It's kind of like the array, and kind of like a dream, but you feel that something super important is up ahead, and you need to see it. Maybe we better leave, Dis says nervously. You don't look so good. Well, he can be nervous, apparently. That's good to know. Keep going. Ooh. Oh, we need reasoning. But at least we have our toughness. Past the antechamber is a long hallway sloping down. Things around you are starting to look kind of weird, like two slightly different realities overlapping. Dis's face is starting to phase in and out of existence. You're hit with a strong wave of dizziness and nausea. Things seem to move in slow motion, but also far too fast. You lean over and... tough it out. You keep going. At the bottom of the hallway are more crystal panels on the walls, many facets broken. Or are they whole? The walls have crumbled and roots creep over everything, but also they don't. Every time you blink, the room seems to flip and swim between the two realities. Oh boy. There's a lot going on here. All the same, you feel absolutely compelled to continue. What is with this place? Dis is both there and not there. The part of him which exists looks concerned. We need to leave. Now, he says. This place is hurting you. There's a round iris door at the end of the hall. Are you sure you want to go any further? I feel like we gotta. You pass through the doorway into a large square chamber with a sloping ceiling. Your sense of this place, of the vibrations, it's telling you this must be directly under the big pyramid on the surface. The floor and even the air here thrums with vibrating energy. Ugh, even I can feel it now too, Dis mutters behind you, rubbing his head. At 72 stress, I think we can do it. The room is empty except for a raised platform in the middle, which looks enticingly like a bed. Which is convenient, because you are definitely going to faint this time. You collapse onto the platform and are overcome by a spectacular migraine headache. It feels like your head is going to explode. We gotta. Alright. +5 bonus to physical pairs. Interesting. This is also interesting. I guess this could be used on, would wildcards work? Yeah, they do. Do we want to use this combo now, though, or do we want to save it for a later round? I think it's fine to use it now. Although we maybe arguably want to keep our red cards. For more pairs. I don't know, like take this or something. Okay, we've got lots of reds. We have some more gems. I kind of maybe want to save the gem combo for the last round. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 gem combo cards. So if we do take our gem combo here, I mean, that's not bad. The alternative is we leave all 4 of these for next round, and then we have these 4 to work with, which is not great. I think we'll go with this and see what we can get for next round. Whew, look at all that. There's some nice looking cards. Alright, well, we did it. Slip into some kind of waking dream. Layers upon layers of visions. What is all this? We got bravery, empathy. Oh, we got a lot of points. Huh. This is your lover, or Mars, or Tammy. You're a boy and a girl, or both and neither. Young and old. A farmer, a hunter, a politician. You're dead and you're alive, and you've never been born. Time unravels before you, an infinite tapestry crumbling wherever you look. It's all very weird. You see the web of possibilities and understand what time truly is. It's all happening at once, and none of it will ever happen. It's only sheer chance that any one possibility comes into existence, not any intrinsic truth of the universe, of fate. It's just a glimpse, probably over in a second, but a glimpse of an eternity you can hardly fathom. Then you see the wormhole, enormous in a starry sky. You look down and see yourself on a plateau, gazing up at it. You recognize the place. A gnarlwood bluff not far from the colony, alive with the phosphorescence of glow season. This you seems expectant, as if waiting for something momentous to arrive, something that will change everything. The vision is crystal clear, and you feel in control, in a way you haven't since you started having these visions. You know you must go there. Oh. You wake up feeling refreshed. Your headache is gone. You're still a little dizzy, but the room has stopped spinning and has returned to one singular reality again. The vibrations have stilled. Dis's face fills your vision. Solana! He exclaims. Solana, are you okay? Well, I think we're like besties with Dis in this route, so let's share our secrets. He listens in awe and in dejection as you describe your visions. Why didn't I see it? He sighs. I was here too. I want to know everything. From a past life. Ooh, this is a new symbol. We have not seen this before. I think I want to do this. Let's tell him our secret. You tell Dis about how not only did you see all those visions, but that you believe they're real. You've lived them, or some of them, anyway. They're as real as the life you're living now. He listens intently, then nods. I believe you, he says simply. You look at him in shock, but he just reaches out and puts his hand over yours. I know what it's like when people don't. I'm not going to do that to you. You don't know what any of this means yet, but you're one step closer to figuring it out. Oh, that is all very sweet. I love it. You feel like you've just had some kind of mega prophecy, but it was too much all at once, and too hard to understand. Could the convergent domain handle this kind of information? Could they remember past lives like you? Is that what this room, this observatory, was meant for? The only thing you remember clearly from the visions is the image of yourself during glow season, standing at the top of that gnarlwood... I cannot say these words. Gnarlwood bluff just outside the colony. Waiting for something. Explore glow and expeditions. I'm so excited! Okay. I think we have 2 more collectibles to find, and then we can go home. I'm glad we got that stress back. Because we were getting quite high there. Okay, not here. Oh, there's one. Oh, and there's the other. I think this must be it. Is that really it? I feel like there... Oh, right. This circles back to the beginning, doesn't it? Maybe? Kicks down metaphorical door. Yo, Sim, what the fuck was all that about? Yeah. I feel like he's not gonna share. I guess while we're here, we can get some stress back. A handful of seed pods clatters to the ground at your feet, and you look up. Sim waves his fingers at you. Hello, he says. Imagine meeting you here. As if you haven't been watching me. Alright. Well, we got some free stress relief. And I guess we can just go home now. Honestly, I think the closest place is probably just going back to that checkpoint. Not here. Where was that? Gosh, this place is massive. It's here somewhere. There we go. Alright, I think we're ready to go home. Okay, we only got +2 engineering. Oh, we are at 50 though! We did it! Okay, cool. Alright. So. Actually, let's just double check. Make sure we don't have anything else to do here. New boss event spawn! God damn it. What do you think, guys? Do we go for it? So we would be spending the entire month just to check out what this new boss event is. We don't know what's in here, exactly. Because I guess it's possible that there's weird stuff happening here. This boss event presumably is just going back to that pyramid and exploring it some more. Oh boy. I do want to see it. I guess what we could do is do engineering stuff this month, then explore next month, and rest the third month? I don't know if it's worth going out there just for one boss event. The boss events are really cool though. I really want to see them. And I don't think they carry over. It might be the same boss event even if you do it next year. Yeah, I don't know like how much they carry over when all the other events have been respawned. Yeah. Like, I don't know if this is your only chance to do it, or if they carry over onto the next year. If they carry over to the next year, then I guess we can do it next year. Alright, well. Whose birthday is it? It's Mars' birthday, right? Do we still need to... Okay, so... These two, and then who was... Grace's birthday's coming up. Okay, well, we'll give something to Mars. How are we on bravery? We're not anywhere near that, are we? Oh, we're almost at 60, but we're not near 80. Yeah, we don't really know anything about Nomi, so... Man, I don't remember what we gave them. I think we gave them a weird fruit, and I think we gave them a flower. Let's try giving them a crystal? Okay. Nomi makes a sound of appreciation and holds the crystal up to the light. Oh, it makes rainbows? It's perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. Hell yeah. Let's see if we want anything from the depot. We have so much stuff. So many kudos. Oh, right. I wanted to see if we could go to the kitchen and make something for Rex. Or we could just buy him a cake. Otherwise, we don't really need this stuff. do we know about Rex's tastes? Yeah, we don't know his dislikes. His birthday's not for a while. I guess we can try to give him stuff. What did we give him before? We gave him logs. We know he likes logs. I don't remember what else we tried to give him last time. Oh, right. We gave him, like... He didn't accept it. Did we give him a flower or medicinal roots or something? And he just, like, handed it back. Let's try crystals, I guess? Yeah, he just doesn't want it. Huh. Okay. Well. Nemi, what are you doing? Okay, no, we do want to find out what he's into. So he did not like the flower. Maybe he'll like logs. Mace gives you a curt nod and tosses your gift on a nearby table. Thanks. Right. Sure. So we'll try to help in the kitchens at some point. We'll see if that gets us any closer to making Rex a cake. In the meantime, let's apply the robotics lab. As you enter the robotics lab, watch out! Congruence shouts at you from the room's speakers just as another weird little robot of unknown purpose comes scurrying toward you from across the room. It's zigzagging erratically and looks like it's trying to make for the door you just opened. Oh, Solana, thank you, Congruence says, wheeling in on her portable screen. I was running diagnostics on the little fellow when it broke away and made a run for it. I really need somebody to be my hands here, she continues. Everything used to be easier with Hal around. I miss him. Congruence doesn't need to clear her throat, but you get the distinct impression she's simulating it anyway. If you want to come help me in the robotics lab, just come down anytime. Okay. Let's do it. What does that give us? We get engineering, we get creativity, we get friendship with Nomi Nomi, we get kudos, which are doubled right now. Alright, let's try it. You're honestly pumped for your first day in the robotics lab. There wasn't enough room on the Strato for a proper lab, so for most of your life you've been warned that the bots the colony relies on, like the watering bots and the hover lifts, will eventually all break down for good. With a fully functioning robotics lab, you should be able to keep those bots active for a lot longer. Plus, there's all sorts of unused bots in here. You look around and wonder at the wide array of chassis and shells. Maybe one day you'll even be able to create new robots of your own. You can't wait to show off what you can do. Congruence is so relieved to have an assistant. Since Hal died, well, Dr. Instance is too busy to help, she says as you're setting up. Tangent sometimes lends a hand, literally, but she seems to be more interested in her own projects. The chief engineer seems to think they're a lost cause, that we should just recycle them. Congruence opines. Hal would never have thought they were trash. So, what are you excited to work on, Solana? Programming is super cool. Isn't it? Congruence agrees. You can do anything in the digital world. Translating it to the physical world is another challenge, but I promise you're going to learn so much about bot code. Alright. Congruence goes quiet, then adds, Go ahead and look around. If you have any questions, let me know. You spend the day getting to know your way around the robotics lab, meeting all the bots you're going to be working with. These broken, forgotten bots just need a little TLC. Alright. What have we got? We got some good ones in here. Bonus to straights. We do have... except that gets bonuses for... Well, good enough, I think. I mean, I guess we could do this. Sure. I know we had 3 rounds for that 95 challenge, but jumping into a challenge and seeing a number that low is some whiplash. Yeah, look at our 32 kudos. Crazy. Okay. It is, Vase's birthday, I believe, if I'm remembering my birthdays correctly. Ooh, you got a thing for us. Rex's construction project. Ooh, I'm excited. Sorry, my... No slip kitchen. You find Rex in an empty space outside the lounge, setting up a construction holo projector and running through different projections of future buildings, taking notes on each. He looks up from his holopalm as you approach and bursts into a huge smile. Well, hey, Solana! What's going on? Rex jerks a thumb at his chest. You're looking at the newest member of the colony construction crew. I'm surveying the colony for places to build new private family quarters. People are going to want to raise families here soon. Isn't that real? Why the construction crew? What's not to like? Rex replies. I get to be outside almost all day. I get to make something great, and hey! He leans in, conspiratorially. You've seen the buds on the rest of the construction crew. Oh, woo! Besides, he continues, I think I kind of got an idea of what I want to contribute to the colony. I want to build a bar. A real one, not just a canteen. Nice decor, a space for live music, cushions everywhere, fun drinks. Mars has been helping me with the details. He sighs dreamily. Can you imagine? A place where the whole point is to just relax and be with your friends. That does sound very nice. I think so too, Rex says, spreading his hands wide. People need leisure time. We need time to connect with other humans. We're social creatures. We need our packs. You just love being a dog, don't you? All I want to do is help people connect with each other, you know? Rex says. I love building things. I love cooking things. I love making people happy. Coming together to create something is why we're alive. He gestures around. And I don't mean buildings. I mean, they're all right, but what I'm really into is everything that goes into making a building. It's more than just walls and a ceiling. It's an agreement between people that we're going to form a society, that we're going to cooperate to make something bigger than ourselves, and then we're going to meet there in peace. Aww. Rex shakes his head, clearing his thoughts. Sorry, I'm just really passionate about this stuff. He laughs. This and hugs. We humans are also really good at hugs. +2 if stress over 50. Aww. Rex rubs his thumb across his chin, thinking, hey, actually, can you help me? Can you bring me any mushwood sticks or logs you find? I want to start stockpiling them. So when I get approval to start building the bar, we're good to go. Hell yeah. Rex bounces on his heels and launches into a huge hug. Thank you, he exclaims. I really appreciate it. If you find any, just bring them to me. Hell yeah. We got logs for you. We need engineering to build something, but... Oh, I guess is it just present? We just bring him logs as presents? Alright. I guess. See, it's not just a dog thing. He has a perfectly reasonable, in-character reason to like big sticks. Exactly. Oh, you got something too. You had plans to hang out with Cal today, but when you arrive at the geoponics dome, it's worryingly dark inside. You fumble around in the red emergency lighting until all the lights come back on with the heavy ka-chunk of a breaker being flipped. You blink into the sun-blinding light until the figures of Cal and Chief Engineer Instance resolve themselves in your vision. Absolutely no more of that, young man, Instance scolds Cal as he cradles his hoverboard in his arms. The power grid is not your plaything. I understand, Auntie, Cal says. I'm sorry. Instance mutters to herself as she passes you. Honestly, all this over a toy. Hey, dudette, Cal greets you. Sorry, I meant to meet you outside after work, but... He looks down at his hoverboard. My board wouldn't start, and I figured it was maybe out of juice. But when I plugged it in, it threw off all these sparks, and then the whole power grid shut down. Welp. Cal's shoulders slump. I was gonna ask Dr. Instance to take a look at it, but she told me she doesn't have the time to fix a dumb toy. Haha, our engineering skills. We have been working on them all year. Well, okay, Cal says slowly, handing over the lifeless hoverboard. I guess you are pretty good at fixing things. These kids just keep playing with electricity. The same thing that killed Dammy. Oh no. You open up the hoverboard and poke around in its guts for a little while. After about 20 minutes, you think you have it figured out. You rewire it so that the power no longer flows through the burned out capacitor. Stick a little duct tape in there and close the casing. That's kind of a shitty card, though. Value is wild is not nothing, but... Yeah, no, I think Value is wild is actually quite useful. Matches all pairs or straights. That is nice. It just doesn't have any value of its own. Cal takes the hoverboard and cautiously flips the switch. Et voila! It floats! It hovers, even. Radical! Cal shouts, then covers his mouth with his hands. I mean, this is totally cool, Solana. Thank you so much. Aw, you're welcome. To celebrate, Cal lets you take the first spin on the board. Whoa! It bucks like a wild animal under your feet, and Cal catches you as you stumble off of it. Careful, he laughs. That first step is a doozy. I was going to make a joke earlier about how the space future hasn't invented anything better than breakers, but it turns out we also still haven't outdone duct tape. That's a good point. Nothing better than good old duct tape. Let me see what else we have for... Yeah, I think most of our people are at, like, 80 checks, which are pretty hard to get to. Values Wild is always stronger than you think, because it can cause a straight and two pairs with the same cards. That's a really good point. That is a really good point. Yeah, damn. That is actually really strong. But yeah, I guess we also have our really shitty social skills that probably haven't even gotten the 40 check. And reasoning, too. Yikes. Okay, what were we gonna do today? I don't remember. I don't think I actually had a plan. Oh my gosh, everyone has stuff. Did I, like, reach some kind of milestones with people? Oh yeah, they're at 20. Yeah, I don't know. Nomi's camped out in the lounge, their holopad screens spread out before them like a drawing table. In another screen, there's a collection of photos of a manticore. Nomi looks between the two screens, her brow furrowed in concentration, as they scribble directly onto the screen with a stylus. What are you doing? Well, Nomi replies thoughtfully, I wanted to write and illustrate a story about aliens, like in I can't say that title! Turbo Girl Hyperjet... That is a tongue twister and a half. Except using the Xenos here on Vertumna, like manticores and faceless and stuff, but they can talk, and instead of attacking the colony, they help people instead. I mean, I feel like we probably would have some trauma over that. Never show this comic to Anemone. I know, right? Naomi stops drawing and looks up at you, tapping their stylus against their lips.
Huh, do you think so? Even in Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform, the aliens aren't totally bad. Like, in the second OVA, when the Medusa demons show up, the aliens and the Turbo Girls band together to defeat their common enemy. It kind of makes you wonder if you can really call a whole species evil, right?
That's true, I suppose.
Yeah, I thought so too,
Naomi replies.
Why can't life imitate art?
Naomi looks up at you with a start.
Oh, they exclaim. That reminds me, so I'm trying to brush up on my xenoanatomy, and I'm totally fine with writing, but...
They blow out a big breath, ruffling their bangs.
I kind of haven't been here long enough to make sure it feels right, you know? To make it go pop. And I want to make sure I'm being, sensitive about stuff I don't know a lot about. So I was wondering, could you help me with some of the world building?
We don't have enough creativity. Oh, we're really close, too. I can try. You spend an enjoyable afternoon helping Nomi with their story. When you're done, they give you a big hug and thank you profusely for your help. Wait, what the heck? Oh, unchangeable. That's interesting. That's quite interesting. I guess... Huh. Huh. That's cool. Yep. Meow? You head out of the colony hoping to find Dis, and you do. As well as Rhett and Utopia, who have teamed up to talk to Dis about something that has him scowling deeply. Uh-oh. Are they giving him a lecture? It was different before the attacks, you hear Utopia say. But you're older now, and when you're on an expedition, you can get into a lot more danger than when you were just a little kid going on a walkabout. When you're out there on my team, I'm counting on you to do as you're told, and to be where you said you'd be. She gestures beseechingly. What am I gonna do if something happens to you out there, kid? What if you disappear, and you're hurt, and no one knows where to find you? What if... I'll be fine, Dis cuts her off. I can take care of myself. I can't. That's on me. Oh boy. That's not how it works here, Rhett says, his voice stern. You're not just putting yourself in danger up there. You're putting the whole colony in danger. I know you're a bit of a loner, son. But you have family here. All of us. We're all your family. We're going to send people out to find you. And what if they get into the same trouble you did? He continues. We're counting on you to follow directions out there. To keep everyone safe. Not just yourself. What if I don't want to be found? This explodes, waving his arms. What if I want to be left the hell alone? Rhett and Utopia are stunned by Dis's outburst. Rhett opens his mouth to respond, but Dis talks over him. If I don't come back, just leave me out there, he spits. If this planet wants me dead, maybe I deserve it. Huh? Don't you ever think about that? Maybe I deserve to die out there. Maybe we all do. With that, Dis stomps away. Rhett and Utopia look stunned. Well, damn. That's definitely a thing to say. Why does this child be bioengineered to have no sense of fear? Have no sense of fear. It's a mystery. But yeah, I think even beyond that, like... I'm not really sure what this is. It seems like some kind of guilt. That, like, he deserves some kind of punishment. Like, what does he think he did? Does he think that, like, his mother's death was his fault somehow? We don't really know any details about that, but... Damn. He's going through it. You follow Dis around the outer walls of the colony, to where he's angrily pulling things out of the drain pipe hiding hole he's long since outgrown. Stupid humans, he grumbles, stuffing what looks like a bedroll into a carrying bag. Is he planning to, like, leave? Is he running away? I never think of anything except... Oh. he continues, trailing off when he sees you. What do you want? Are you okay? Oh, great, Dis mutters. Just awesome, actually. Yeah, thanks for asking. You watch him pull things from his hideaway and throw them into two piles. Screw this colony, he says. I didn't ask to be part of it. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. I'd be better off living in the woods like an animal. At least that's real. He reaches in far and pulls out a busted-up-looking mechanical device. His old alien communicator he made using gear he stole from Command. Jeez, he laughs. Guess I don't need this anymore. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's... Huh. Like, will this actually work? Does this actually, like, make you, I don't know about permanently, but at least temporarily, like, leave the colony and lose access to whatever other stuff we've got going on? Because that would really be interesting. That would definitely be a a shift, a root split. Huh. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea for him to leave. I I mean, on the other hand, like, if anyone could survive out in the wilderness, it's probably Dis. He's already been pretty much living out there anyway. Actually, I've never seen this event before. Fascinating. Wow, that's so interesting. Um, huh. Huh. Oh my gosh, this seems like a big decision. I don't know how much I expect the game to follow through with this. Oh boy. We definitely have had instances where my decisions made some pretty major changes, like, you know, mom's death and whatever. There's a lot of questions here, like, if he leaves, is he gonna show up with Sim still? If we leave, do we lose colony access? Yeah, exactly. I'm sure if he leaves, it's not the last we're gonna see of him. I think there will be, like, events out and about on expeditions where you can see him. I don't know if he'll be hanging out, like, with Sim in that place, or if he'll just be out somewhere random. I don't know. I'm so tempted to say take me with you. I'm like, that just seems like the most drastic decision we've had so far. And I'm really curious what it does. Especially since even Otis apparently has never seen this before. This is like new territory. This is so interesting. I don't know. Like, I don't expect this game to actually take away everything. Do it. I'm so tempted. So tempted. This, like, that just seems like the most interesting option. Let's save. I haven't really been doing this. So for the most part, I wanted my first playthrough to just kind of be, you know, we just make like a new save. Oh, you can do names. I don't know if do we need a name for it? Wait, why is it? Do we want a new save for that? Yeah, maybe we kind of do. Okay, what do we want to call it? New save system, which is the cause my saves lost rebuild with things such as a Wawa. I think in general it's a really good idea. Well, it's good and bad, because on the one hand, sometimes you just want to save quickly and move on with your life. But if you're gonna be like seriously using your saves, it's good to know like what they are. What is going on with my model? Why is the eye twitching? Um, yeah, like most of the time it's really hard to go back to previous saves because you just don't remember which one is which. Um, hmm. Okay, yeah, let's save and we'll call it like leaving. Am I gonna remember what that means? I think I'll remember what that means. I have to miss it. Okay, there we go. Did that work? Let's double check. Okay, yeah, that worked. Let's try it. We'll see what the heck this does. Actually, before we move on, I want to refill my water. I'm out of water. Okay. Let's find out. Oh, I'm so intrigued. This takes a second to consider this before your meaning sets in. What? Why? He replies, baffled. Come on, Solana. You have a whole, like, life here. Future. You have friends. People who love you. Don't throw it all away just to be with me. I'm not worth it. His face softens. Look, maybe once I'm set up, okay? I'll send you a message. If you really mean it. That's good. This finishes packing up the stuff he's going to keep, which barely amounts to a full backpack. He straps it onto his back and nods at you, determined. Did I ever tell you my full name? He asks, seemingly randomly. I want to know! This smiles a little at that, just with the corners of his mouth, as he huffs his self-deprecating laugh. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have. It sucks, honestly. It's dysthymia. I don't know what that means. Reasoning 31. I guess he's about to tell me. Actually, how close am I on reasoning? I'm pretty close. We almost figured it out, but I want to know what it means anyway. Just takes a breath and lets it all out, his shoulders slumping. It means being sad. What a joke, right? Who names their kid that? Why would you name a child that? I know, right? Once again, we are stupid. Chronic depression, the name. That's sad. He shakes his head. Aunt Dan always talks about how babies make everyone happier. Was my mom sad before she had me and Tang? Or did having us make her sad? His smile twists. Was it me? Was I the reason? So that does kind of confirm our previous theory that their mom might have committed suicide. And that he suspects that he was responsible for it. That's so sad. Poor kid. He did not deserve that. What the hell? Why would you name your child that? I mean, I guess if, like... Actually, what do we know about their dad? I completely don't remember what we know about their dad. They currently don't seem to have any parents, but... Like, if, you know, if their dad wasn't really in the picture, then I could see if their mom was already, like, not doing so well at the time that she had children, she would name their kids something sort of fucked up. His parents looked at this toddler and went, "You shall be named Depression, and you will know no fear." uh... Tangent's name is Tangent, yeah. Like, that's relatively harmless, a little bit weird, but not, like... It's not that. I also wonder if his augment is also potentially because of, like, whatever his mom was going through. That, like... You know, she maybe felt a lot of fear and didn't want her children to go through that, or at least her one child. I don't know what the reasoning was for Tangent. These children are named Depression and Math, which is nowhere near equivalent. Yep. Oh boy. Interesting stuff. Just scuffs his boot in the dirt. Whatever, he mumbles. Nobody's cared about me, basically ever. Since before I was born. My own mom didn't love me. Not like one person who you'd think could... Aww. He looks up at the sky and blinks rapidly. Whatever, he repeats. I'm out of here. Thanks for everything, Solana. You're the only good thing about this shithole. I'm gonna miss you. I kind of want to give him a hug. Cross your arms and frown. You throw your arms around Dis, who grunts and pats your back awkwardly. He doesn't relax until you finally relent and let him go. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he really enjoyed that, but you watch him disappear between the fungal trees. Within minutes, he's out of sight. I hope he appreciated the sentiment, at least. You're getting ready for bed later that day when you receive a colony-wide announcement through your holopalm. It reads as follows. Oh, I'm nervous. What the heck is this going to be? Colony notice. Reminder that there are to be no unauthorized trips outside the walls without prior authorization from Expeditions Command. Anyone caught in violation of this rule will be punished. This includes going for a walk. It is dangerous outside the walls and is only to be done by trained and armed personnel. Thank you, Command. Huh. I will note a follow-up questions. Are the weird space Puritan names gendered? Unclear. I'm not really sure. So I wonder if this is about the thing that Dis had been lectured for previously, or if he was caught sneaking out and is now being punished for it. I think we need to check on Dis. Uh-oh. Huh. How about that? You send Dis a message. Question marks? Are you okay? If Tangent picked her own name on transition, maybe they both had fucked up birth names. That's a good point. Yeah, we don't actually know if Tangent changed her name. Do we? Was that ever mentioned? I don't remember it being mentioned. This messages you back immediately with just a picture of a knife. You're guessing he didn't get very far. Oh. I think he's gone and this is there. We're covering our asses sort of thing. No, apparently he got caught. That's too bad. Oh no! Oh, poor Dis. All that drama for nothing. Oh, poor kid. Okay, have we talked to everyone? I think we actually did talk to everyone before we got sidetracked by all of that. The knife pick was concerning, yeah, a little bit. Shut the fuck up. What is your beef with Rex? We named our save for nothing. Yeah, seriously. It's gone. We don't need it anymore. What is up with you and your brother? Alright. So. Question now is what to do. Do we need to rest next time? Maybe not. I think we would still be okay for glow season, even if we don't rest before it. I think we'll be okay. So now we have 2 months to figure out what to do with. We try to get our reasoning up, which we just keep getting thrown, like, keep getting thrown off by that. Creativity's also like almost at 30. Empathy would be good to have. We can explore during glow. Oh, okay, that's a really good point. Yeah. We do actually want to rest up for glow. Because we're not just doing lookout duty this time. We want to try exploring. Okay, so now we have 1 month to do stuff with. We have like so many things. Let's do a quick recap of what we've got. Because I feel like we haven't checked out the agriculture area in ages. I like don't even remember what's there. Tutor children, I also like kind of forgot about. That would be good to do. Because we do need some reasoning, and empathy would also not hurt. Creativity and persuasion. Oh my gosh, we really need to get our persuasion up. That keeps tripping us up. Hello? Biology and reasoning we don't need. Or, we do need reasoning. We could try going for perks also. Yeah, that's a good point. Reasoning. We're almost at the reasoning perk. So I think tutor children is definitely a good idea. Let's just run through. Oh, right. I wanted to see what was up with the cake baking. Creativity and empathy, which we could also use. So that's an idea. Persuasion we could definitely use. Thinking of names, could you imagine if Tangent has a similar weighty "I've never told you my full name" reveal? And then she's like, "My full name is Co-Tangent." Incredible. Truly. So I'm kind of leaning towards the tutoring children right now. Let's go tutor again. Maybe we can see what's her face. I already forgot her name. Nougat, right? A little friend. Nougat is 10, and you don't think she's stood still since she was born. She's having trouble in the classroom setting, but that's why you're here. Some kids just need more help than others to stay focused. She's working on using her finger to spell out words to match images on her hollow palm. Her chubby little kid hands are unsteady, and her letters are pretty misshapen. That's pretty normal for most of the kids you tutor, but Nougat just doesn't seem to be getting any better, no matter how many times you drill letters. It feels like you have to tell her the same things over and over, because she says okay, but just keeps making the same mistake. Every new bit of this backstory, I'm just thinking this kid never had a chance to not grow up emo. Why the hell was every adult in his life like this? Yeah, seriously. And yes, Nougat is back.
I've never seen an elephant,
Nougat says, jabbing her finger at the hologram.
or a lion. Did you see a lion, Solana?
You've never seen any Earth animals, except for on holovids. Like Nougat, you were born on a spaceship already hurtling away from Earth. You've never even seen a dog, despite learning all about them in class when you were a kid. Nougat has trouble with imaginary concepts, like elephants and holo screens. It makes it hard to keep her attention. Writing on real paper sounds like an interesting idea. I kind of don't want to change the assignment to vertumnant animals, because I feel like it would be valuable for her to learn about these other animals. Although, I mean, vertumnant animals are also really cool. I don't know what looking for inspiration is going to do for us. Let's try the real paper, just for funsies. You could tell Nougat is getting frustrated with the entire concept of using a hollow palm. Someone as passionate as she is about sports ball, she has a lot of trouble with the fine motor skills and the fake reality of a hollow screen. You pull a few sheets of paper and a box of crayons from the classroom nanoprinter. Nougat's face lights up.
Really?
She says. You nod, and she excitedly tears into the box of crayons. It's the great thing about everything being nanoprinted. Every box of crayons is a new box, with fresh points and unbroken crayons. While Nougat happily misspells animal words on her sheets of paper, you log into the classroom evaluation rubric and make a note that Nougat should be allowed to use real paper for assignments, even if the assignment requires the use of a hollow palm. This accommodation might help her until she feels more confident using her hollow palm. Chief Engineer Instance reviews the change and approves it, and sends you a few kudos to thank you for taking the time to think outside the box for Nougat. I almost called her Nugget. That would be pretty cute. That's funny. I just hope it doesn't... Well, I guess I was gonna say I hope it doesn't move, but this is only one round, so we don't need to worry about that. We can make use of this. Turn it into a 5. She's a little nugget of adorable. She sure is. Okay. Got enough. Probably not ideal, but... whatever. 5 reasoning. Look at that. We got a perk. What do we got? Okay. Cool. Oh, wait. We need to give you a thing. She likes medicinal roots, and she also likes yellow flowers. I think we have more flowers than roots, so let's just give her a flower. Are we gonna be able to flirt with Dis, too? Because we should. Rex peers out from under an awning at the torrential rain.
I learned my lesson last year. If I go out in that, I'll smell like wet dog for hours and hours.
He pouts.
You know anything fun to do while we wait for the... Anything fun we can do while we wait for the rain to stop?
Hugs. You shut up. I guess we can give her another thing. What should we give her? Anemone. You know, she likes eggs. What did we give her last time? I think we tried to give her something else. And it didn't do anything. I feel like she would like logs. No, not especially. He also likes egg. I forget what we tried to give him before. Did we try to give him the flour, I think? Try roots? He probably likes roots too, honestly. Yeah, he's just neutral. At this point, since we've kind of locked in this, we could try giving him mom's flour. Maybe. Right, the birds and the bees. You've already asked me that question. We've been through this. Alright. Alright, what do we give him? We have this. You know what? Let's go for it. We'll give him the special flower. Or should we save it for a special occasion? I feel like there won't really be a specialer occasion. Is that one of your mother's flowers? Are you sure? Thank you, Solana. Plus 10 friendship. Okay. Oh, that doesn't count as a present. Okay. Well, I guess we'll keep going. I think he liked the medicinal roots. We're kind of short on those, though. I don't know. On the other hand, I think we get, like, double points for birthdays, so I don't really want to risk it on other stuff. So let's just give him his roots. Maybe you should go do something nice for Tang. She actually likes the attention. Does she? I don't know about that. Okay. I guess let's go take a rest. Actually, what is our points with Dis right now? 88. We're like almost maxed out. We spot Dis listening to music and ask what band. He shares his playlist of something he calls post-punk, mid-21st century. It's kind of whiny, but it sounds nice once you get used to it. Okay. Value is wild is good, though. I'll leave it, whatever. When can we actually forget some of our crappy cards? You're browsing the colony bulletin board on your holopalm over breakfast when you notice a new post from Nomi. It seems to be a short story. The title is Xenos to the Rescue! Oh boy. Oh, this is from the event we had before! I didn't know that was going to come up again. You open the story and read through it. Actually, you think you and Nomi did okay. Sure, the premise of talking manticores is a little shaky, and Nomi doesn't really spend enough time establishing the character's motivations, but it's still an entertaining read. You scroll through the comments. They're mostly supportive, if a little lukewarm, except for one. Uh-oh. Almeo, this sucks. Xeno sucked my sweaty ball sack. What? What? What the hell is that? Honestly, I can't see Vase actually writing like that. Is that really his comment? Because that's something. I wouldn't say I had that much respect for Vase to begin with, but I definitely lost some. If that was actually how he comments on people's social media posts. Because what the fuck was that? Bruh, you're like 19. 20 now. You're a 20-year-old man. Also, Face, is it a good idea for your professionalism to bully a minor online? Seriously! Grown-ass man! Oh my god. Cal stands in the middle of the garden, looking around at the blanketing dark and the eerie glow from nearby fungal forests. I never knew plants could be like this, he breathes. It's amazing. Yeah, she likes that. She's like getting right up in his space, huh? Fuck off. Am I worried about an attack? He shrugs. No, we'll be fine. The governor's got this. And more importantly, we've got explosives. I'd like to see those alien animal null shits beat that. Yeah, shut up. Oh, almost didn't see him in the dark there. Nobody else around? Oh, I see that log. What? No, go away. Log. The log is mine. At least if we go exploring to find that vision plateau, the only people likely to die in our absence are Face and Plum. Acceptable trade-off. Okay, so, we're definitely gonna do some exploring. Do we want to do that today or save it for next time? It is a little bit early to end stream, but on the other hand, if we go through an entire exploration session and then whatever event happens during Glow, I feel like that's gonna run really long. So I think we're actually gonna end things here. It's a little bit early, but I think we want to have a good chunk of time for whatever happens next. That was some interesting stuff, though. We got to learn some more about this. That's always fun. Oh boy, poor kid. Okay, how are our stats doing? We're almost at a perk on creativity. We should try to get that up. I think we're almost at a perk on toughness, too. We learned some stuff, yeah. And I really want to get our social skills up, because this is just embarrassing. This is Mom, why the favoritism? Seriously. Huh. I wonder if it's because she was, like, salty about having twins. That she's like, I just wanted the one kid, but now I have to deal with two. So one of them gets to be, like, normal, and the other is, like, the unfavorite child. Weird. Very weird. Alright, well... My child Math, who can work extra long hours on whatever is helpful. And Depression, who cannot conceptualize the horror of death. Oh no. Yeah. Alright, well... thanks for coming, guys. I'm so excited to see what the heck is gonna happen next. We're gonna explore during Glow and try to find out about our, like, secret vision stuff. I wonder if Dis is gonna come with us. We should sneak out together. You should come too. But yeah. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Alright, well, no stream this weekend. Next week, yeah, it should be pretty normal. So we're gonna be back with this game on Tuesday. Yeah, I think next week should just be a normal schedule. Alright, good night, guys. I'll see ya then. Bye.